What's up, Internet? I'm Matt Brickman. This is the 734 from WCCO. We know most of you are on your way to work or about to head out the door, so let's get you started with today's weather, which really isn't all that bad. We've got partly sunny skies, lighter winds than yesterday, and temperatures that are going to get into the 20s this afternoon. So let's jump ahead a little bit and kind of look at the weekend, right? That's what everybody's talking about, that next big winter storm. And it's looking more and more likely that it will hit us. Central Minnesota seems to be the most likely scenario where we're going to get that heavier snow starting in the afternoon on Saturday. It'll get windy too Saturday night, so whiteout conditions could be an issue, and that'll continue into the day on Sunday. This far out, it's still too hard to say how much snow we're going to see, but it looks like a lot. Biggest question mark is kind of in southern Minnesota right now, where you get some rain mixing in with that system. But we've got a couple of quiet days of weather ahead, so we'll just kind of focus in on where that thing will go and just exactly what it'll bring. We'll have a better idea kind of later in the week. Okay, Boys State Hockey Tournament starts at 11 this morning at the X in St. Paul. It's the 75th year of a great tradition that feels unique to what many call the state of hockey. But are we? I mean, I know hockey people love hockey here. More NHLers are from Minnesota than any other state in the union. But I don't think anybody would argue that the Vikings are the most popular team in this state. And if you look at what sports high schoolers are playing, hockey doesn't even crack the top 10 for boys or girls. So I'm asking for a moment of honest self-reflection here. Are we really the state of hockey, or, and hockey lovers cover your ears, is it just a niche sport? If you want to get angry at me on Twitter or Facebook, we will read some of your fire coming up in a few minutes. Okay, we got to show you this incredible video coming out of the exclusive interview Gayle King did with R. Kelly.
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
So for the first time, the singer is answering questions about the underage sex charges against him. The interview just aired on CBS this morning, and Gayle asked R. Kelly about allegations he held women against their will.
How stupid would it be for me to, with my crazy past and what I've been through, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle. Robert, stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. Robert. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
More of that interview will air on CBS This Morning tomorrow. In D.C., Democrats drafted a resolution that condemns anti-Semitism, which is really an indirect reprimand of Representative Ilhan Omar, following statements that some viewed as anti-Semitic. More than 20 elected officials in Minnesota have come out in support of Congresswoman Omar. Well, after Prince died, we all found out about this land he owned in Chanhassen. Well, now there's drama over what to do with it. A real estate developer wants to build on the land, which isn't far from Paisley Park. One proposal includes about 180 homes. Another includes a park. Neighbors don't like the idea, though. City Council is going to officially vote on what to do with this next Monday. Well, there's now hope for the millions of Americans living with depression. The FDA approved a new nasal spray. It's a version of the sedative ketamine, and it's called Spravato. It's likely going to be covered by insurance. Doctors say the spray works within hours, not weeks or months, like other antidepressants. Okay, some crazy video coming from a cruise ship this morning. Extreme winds, sent tables sliding, and people flying. Take a look. Several passengers and crew had to be checked out after this. Yeah. The Norwegian escape was headed from New York to Florida. Officials said the ship was fine, so the cruise will go on. But I bet you a lot of people want to get off early after that. All right, we're going to take a look back at this day in Minnesota history. March 6, 1857. The U.S. Supreme Court issued a decision in the Dred Scott case. Scott had lived at Fort Snelling and other free states and argued that his residence in free states made him a free man. But the Supreme Court said Scott was not a citizen, therefore had no right to bring suit. All this eventually led to the 13th and 14th Amendments, which ended slavery and gave full citizenship to all Americans, regardless of race. Okay, have you been dreaming about the Minnesota State Fair? A new grandstand act will make those dreams come true.
Oh, yeah,
would this show be? Come on. Hall & Oates announced they're coming to the grandstand on August 28th. They will join Hootie and the Blowfish, Bare Naked Ladies, and Lionel Richie. I want to go to all those shows. You can get ticket info at WCCO.com. Okay, let's get back to today's talker. Boys State High School hockey tournament starts today. This is kind of that perfect time of year for hockey people to brag about how we are the state of hockey, how they're able to sell out an NHL arena to watch high school kids play. But I'm asking for a moment of honest self-reflection. Are we really the state of hockey, or is this more of a football state? Cole, are people happy with me on the internet?
Heather Brown definitely isn't.
Oh.
She says, niche sport, Matt?
Well, Heather's story gave me the idea for this.
There you go.
I mean, high school numbers, certainly there's more kids playing in like Pee-wee programs and things like that. Youth hockey numbers are pretty big, but just looking at the high school level, we're not even in the top 10 for boys or girls. Very surprising.
And we did a poll, and 73% say yes, Minnesota is indeed the state of hockey.
Oh, come on. What else was it?
We've got Bobby Smith saying go hockey. We got Kimberly Mary saying Warroad is hockey town.
Yes.
And we got Greg Bunting saying, so we maybe are the state of hockey, so why can't the Wild win the Stanley Cup? Not a hockey fan.
Wow. Wow. You know what? Success does not necessarily come guaranteed.
That being said, we had so many people. We had so many Minnesotans in the Miracle on Ice.
That's true. I mean, like, that's the biggest thing. Like, if you look at professional hockey now, there are more NHL players from Minnesota than any other state. So I think that's maybe your best case. We are producing the best talent of anywhere else in the country. I don't know. I'm just excited to see who has the best hair in the tournament. That's what I'm looking forward to. That is it for now for the 7:34 from WCCO, time when the Twin Cities are on the go. If you haven't already made us your home for your mobile news, go ahead and do that. We'll be back here tomorrow with less inflammatory topics at 7:34. Until then, be nice to each other on the internet.